Doing right is better than doing nothing. Number two, God notices. He notices when you do what you can. And by the way, you don't have to be able to the star in the lights of what you do. You just have to do what you can. You remember the story about the lady in Mark 14 who anointed Jesus' head with precious oil, and some of the people complained, we could have used that money for the poor, which they may have wanted for themselves, we don't know. And some people will always complain when we do things for Jesus, we should have done that money with something else. We should help the poor, but we also want to lift up the name of Jesus and preach the gospel. So anyhow, Jesus said she has done what she could. And she has anointed my body for burial ahead of time. Now she couldn't die for the sins of the world. And she couldn't make the cross not hurt. But she could anoint his body and help him realize that somebody else knew what he was going through. And Jesus said, as long as wherever the gospel is preached, this story about her will be told. And 2,000 years later, we're still telling it. Because she has done what she could, and God notices when you and me do what we can. When you resisted the temptation this week to say something mean to somebody who deserved it, said something kind, God noticed. When you helped somebody that you went out of your way to do it, when you could have just went and been selfish, God noticed. When you took a stand, the brave stand for what was right, God noticed. If you spoke the name of Jesus to somebody or prayed for somebody, God noticed. And I believe when you did the right thing, he noticed and maybe even smiled. That's my boy. That's my girl. Doing the right thing. God notices when you do what you can do.